Do you know how much money the major Hollywood studios like Disney spend on their streaming TV shows such as She-Hulk and Secret Invasion? You may be surprised how much they spend per minute to develop this subpar content. Created by a crop of young activists who have little to no talent or experience on how to develop a compelling story for television.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Welcome back to Poprageous. I'm Danny Alex. Let me first set up the perspective, the lens that I am looking through. I live here in Los Angeles. I'm an award-winning screenwriter with over 250 first-place film festival wins for Best Screenplay, and I am now developing an independent group of talented people here in Los Angeles to create movies outside the toxic studio system here in Hollywood. If you'd like to support us in creating independent movies, hit the subscribe button. It would mean a lot to all of us.
You just subscribed.
What? No.
Now, you're probably aware of the Hollywood studio monster that creates most of the television and movies we see in pop culture. Well, it's been undergoing a massive change over the last few years that can only be described as a cancer. It's a biased, activist, and militant generation of people who have usurped the creative positions and attacked anything or anyone that does not conform to their totalitarian way of thinking. It's like the Borg from Star Trek. You're either assimilated into the singularity of their thoughts and social positions, or you will be discarded with a series of ists for the crime of disagreeing, or even perhaps just not fully agreeing with their toxic ideology. Now what we see in modern Hollywood today is a radical, untested, biased, socially charged, inexperienced group of people that have turned what was once the most vibrant storytelling industry in the world into nothing more than a faint glimmer of its former self. Disney is by far the most militant and radical of the Hollywood studios that has taken the leadership role when it comes to bloated activist-driven TV shows and movies with budgets that have soared to as high as $400 million. She-Hulk is the perfect example of a TV show that was written by, developed by, produced by, and released by a group of people driven by an agenda who come across as angry, socially motivated activists, interested more in the telling of their social views than writing a great story that appeals to a large and diverse audience. The showrunner Jessica Gao was less concerned about creating a great She-Hulk TV series, but rather a show that would act as a bullhorn for her social activist ideals that are as divisive as they are vindictive. She created a TV show that received very few positive accolades and managed to alienate even more fans from the Marvel superhero franchise.
I'm done here.
But the most shocking thing about the She-Hulk debacle is the amount of money Bob Iger and Disney allowed for the creation of this easily forgettable TV show. $225 million for 8 25-minute episodes when you take away the recap and the closing next episode preview.
Ooh, that's a lot of money.
That works out to over $1 million per minute of She-Hulk content. Think about that for a minute. Wait, no, actually that will cost us $1 million. Let's just keep going here. Now it appears that the powers that be at Disney are not greenlighting season 2 of She-Hulk, and actually, they want nothing to do with it. Now that's a surprise. The star of She-Hulk, attorney-at-law Tatiana Maslany, confessed that a second season is unlikely to happen because Jessica Gao and her team pissed away hundreds of millions of dollars to produce the show and failed to make any lasting impact on audiences and Disney. You know, it's always so much fun when you get to spend other people's money.
Hey, fat ass, give me your wallet.
Even though there's no official word from Disney as to the fate of season 2, Maslany revealed that Jessica Gao and her team blew its budget and angered Disney executives as a result. Tatiana Maslany stated, "I think we blew our budget," and Disney was like, no thanks. It was probably more like no fucking thanks. Then we have Secret Invasion, a Disney Marvel TV show that was almost universally agreed to by all to be one of the worst television shows ever produced by any studio in the history of television. The script was a sloppy, incoherent mess that, when produced into an actual TV show, validated everyone who points at Disney as being a studio 100% void of any creative talent. How much did Disney Marvel spend on each minute of Secret Invasion? Well, it had a budget of $212 million, with a total runtime of 3 hours and 43 minutes, or 223 minutes. That works out to $921,739 per minute for this dumpster fire of a TV show. I'd go so far as to say that Disney is light on that budget number, and it actually comes closer to the $1 million mark. It doesn't matter which movie or TV show you point to that the Walt Disney Corporation has released recently. The Marvels, Wish, Indiana Jones 5, Hawkeye, Strange World, Haunted Mansion, Miss Marvel, and on, you name it. The reality is, you can make an extremely well executed and profitable movie for significantly less than the bloated sums of money that the brilliant minds at Disney throw at garbage scripts, showrunners, and producers. James Wan is a great example of a director-producer who takes $15 million and turns it into $250 million.
How's that even possible?
But as long as the highly profitable theme park operation at Disney continues to bring in $5 billion in free cash flow every year, losing $1 billion at the box office won't put the company's existence at risk. But what it will do is slowly erode the value that the public places on various characters and intellectual property Disney markets, and in turn, have a negative overall effect on revenues and profits. And that's all I have to say about this, and I will see you in our next video.